Are you trying to drain your water heater and it just doesn't seem to want to drain, or it's draining a trickle, maybe you've left it on overnight and it's not flowing? I have 3 simple steps to guarantee that I can get your water heater to flow. So the first step is we've taken a garden hose and we've connected it to the drain valve that's equipped on the water heater itself. Before we shut down the water incoming into the tank, we're gonna open the valve. And you can hear the water rushing out. Let this run for about 60 seconds. That'll ensure that anything that's near it is jammed out. So we've got it pretty much flush for about a minute now, and we're gonna turn this off. So now let's go up to the top of the water heater, turn the valve off. Now we wanna repeat the same process at the bottom of the tank again. Open the valve again. We need to turn the water heater off. So we're gonna turn it over to the off mode, as well as shut the valve off. So you'll know it's off when it's perpendicular to the pipe. Now that I've got the water heater drain open and I've got the incoming water line off, it is not actually draining. Nothing's coming out. And the reason why is because it's airlocked. In order to get the water to come out, we need to let air in. So we're gonna go into any bathroom. We're going to open up a hot water line. This is gonna allow the air to seep back into the water heater and let it flush. So we've opened up the hot water side in one of the faucets, and it happens to be that those faucets are lower than this water heater, so it's not gonna drain that way. So the second thing that will guarantee you can get air in the tank and let the water out is to loosen up one of the supply lines. Do you hear that? That is the air being sucked in. Now the air can go down into the water heater. So let's go outside and see if it's draining. This is the desired result. So it's draining now, but this is actually a newer water heater. If you have an older water heater, that process we just used probably won't work. So let's go back inside and I'll show you what to do next if this isn't happening for you. Next is a special technique that we've kind of figured out over the years to get the water heater to drain every time. It is a 3/4 valve. First step is to remove the drain valve. Turn the water off. And then I'm gonna relieve the pressure. I'm just gonna open the hot water faucet, or you can also release the pressure from here. So basically there's a vacuum in here. There's no air being allowed in, so it won't drain. So when I move this valve down here, it'll just come off. This is a new valve that we're gonna install on the bottom of the water heater. The hole is significantly larger, probably 3 times, 4 times the size of the manufacturer's drain valve, so that if anything's actually in the way in there, it'll drain right out of this hole. What's happening currently is the hole's too small. There's probably a piece of sediment stuck in there that just won't allow any water to get by. Plumber's tape, wrap your threads. We have 2 1.5-inch nipples going into a 3/4 ball valve. I suggest using a pipe wrench for this. So because I've created a vacuum in there, that's all it's gonna do. Now we can connect the garden hose to it. Now we're gonna do the same thing we did before. Let some air into the tank. And now we're gonna go outside and make sure it's draining. And now we have proper flow. So if you're interested in learning what this is, how to build it, jump over to our website, quickwaterheater.com, click on the FAQ section, and then look up water heater drain valve. You'll find this thing there. I'll show you exactly how to make it, where to get the parts, and how to install it properly.